All right, so I'm back, and as you can see, I could not get the horizontal figured out. I went in and I changed it in the settings in the YouTube creators. I changed it there. And then it keeps telling me to turn my phone horizontal, but when I turn my phone horizontal, it doesn't register that it's horizontal. So I wish I could show you guys more so you can kind of see the animals and everything. But yeah, just I figured the next stream I will have it figured out in the next stream. But this is as much as I was able to get figured out right now. I'm not gonna be on long because I do need to charge my phone. Not gonna be on long. Look at here. Why are you doing that to my cat? Why are you bothering my cat? She can be on me. Everyone gets mad. Lily gets everyone all riled up when they're on me. So I'm going to give you guys some time to get in. I'm going to come back and check to see if anyone is here in a moment. But let me get back to my chars. And I did try to put on a little hat to kind of, look a little bit less scary for you guys. What's up? I don't trust this one. This one right here, that's my male. That's Adam. I don't trust Adam. Adam, if you hear him hissing, he's hissing at Liliana. Liliana's down here. And he's hissing at the cat. So, should be the cat hissing at the bird is hissing at the cat. So, I don't 100% trust Adam. He's chasing off a turkey now. Adam is Adam. That's him. There he goes. What's the problem, Adam? Adam? I don't 100% trust Adam. So I'm gonna just give people time to get in and get done what I need to get done, and I hopefully in the next stream I'll be able to figure out how to do the horizontal. I figured out how to set up YouTube orientation as horizontal, but when I turn my phone it wouldn't register it. So I don't know if it's something with my phone or if there's something. I mean, it's a practically new phone. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but in the next stream I'll have it to where you can see more. But yeah, if you guys are here, make sure, hey Dora, how are you? Make sure you go to, and I meant to say this before, and I'll tag his channel in the description box below. Please make sure you go to Growing Out of the Box and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Man, if y'all think I be on it when it comes to the gardening, that guy is serious. He's serious when it comes to gardening. But let me get done what I need to get done. Like I said, you guys are going to see me just put out hay. You're going to see the animals probably running by and acting crazy. You're going to see the cats putting their tails in my face. You're going to probably hear Ginger barking. You're going to see me chase roosters because I need to put some roosters out today. Thank you, Dora. Yeah, I prefer the horizontal way because you actually get to see more. You get to see... You actually get to see more. See, I have to keep moving it around. She's upset now. What are you upset about, ma'am? What are you upset about now? What are you upset about? What are you upset about? Okay. Whatever she's talking about, she definitely is passionate about it. But let me go and do what I need to do. And I hope you guys just enjoy the animals. It's mainly about just the animals. I hope you enjoy them. And like I said, you'll get to enjoy me chasing and catching roosters once I get this hay out. Yeah, the storm did a lot of damage because the rain. I have the tarps up and everything. And with the rain coming in sideways, I should have put side tarps up. So I'm going to do that today and tomorrow. And because the rain is supposed to come back again. And yeah, all right, Liliana, you and Angel have to get down now. Let go, Mama. Let go. I don't even like cats like that. All right, guys. Don't mess with me. is because the ground is just so muddy and nasty. And the last thing you want is with it about to get cold. Summertime, I mean, you don't want this either. But especially because it's about to get cold, you don't want the ground to freeze. And you don't want your feet to get wet. The ground ends up freezing, and then you end up getting frostbite and losing your toes. So I'm just trying to avoid. It is a soppy mess. I got caught slipping. I did. So I did not know that much was going to come from the rain. And that's one thing about homesteading. It kind of shows you when these things happen. It kind of shows you where you're falling short. It shows you where the holes are, where to plug things up. It shows you all of that. This guy does not really deal with it. Oh, that was easy. So this is one of my Americana roosters that was supposed to be a hen. Well, it was actually supposed to be an Americana, but he's growling. I believe it's more of an Easter egger. That's what I think it is, because it has a lot of traits that aren't traits of, look, why are you up there, Angel? And Lily, get off of there. He has some traits that are not, what's the word that I'm looking for? He is very, very beautiful. He is very, very beautiful. Can you hear him growling? Can you hear him growling? He's a very, very beautiful rooster. But the problem is I have too many roosters in that one run. So instead of them, he's getting older. He's still pretty young, but he's getting older, and you know how they say, you know, he's starting to smell itself. Yeah, he's getting older and he's starting to kind of smell itself a little bit, and he's trying to fight the other roosters. And before I let them tear each other apart, I would rather just go ahead and let him free range with the rest of them. Now he's gonna get chased a little bit. He's gonna get chased. He's gonna have to learn his place in the pecking order. But one thing that I've learned is when my roosters don't have access to hens, they don't fight. I have, I think, 8 roosters that free range. They don't fight. They do not fight. When I first released one, like, he doesn't even have a name, like this one here, when I first released them, yeah, they're curious. They may chase each other around or whatever, but no major injuries or anything like that. There should be one rooster for every 8 to 10 hens, preferably 10 hens. One rooster for every 10 hens. And as you can see, one thing I do love about the Easter egger or Americana, I don't think he was supposed to be an Americana, which is basically a marketing strategy. You have Americanas, which are somewhat rare. Hold on, my hat. You'll be fine. I'm not gonna drop you. Gotta fix my hat before it falls off my head in the mud. All right. So you have the Americanas spelled with an AU, and they are. If you don't get off my chicken, they are relatively rare chickens. You really can't find pure Americanas. They're hard to find. Most hatcheries don't sell them. If you do get them, you'll usually have to get them online or a specific breeder. They do have the Americanas, which is spelled with the I, which all that is an Easter egger. An Easter egger is just, it can lay blue eggs, green eggs, a pinkish color eggs, or they can lay brown eggs. Now, the reason that the Americanas AU are so special is because they lay these beautiful blue eggs. I have blue egg layers. I have an that was supposed to be an olive egger, and it lays blue eggs, and I have cream leg bars. But his feet are not the right color. He does have the cheeks here. He does have those, but he's not a true Americana. He's just a mixed breed. I don't mean to say that because mixed breeds are beautiful. I don't mean that in a mean way. You're absolutely gorgeous. You are. You're very gorgeous. So I'm gonna let him go, and like I said, you'll probably see him get chased. But as long as my fraternity brothers out here do not have any hens, they don't fight. So there you go, sir. Well, thanks for that. I don't know if you just saw him run off, but yeah, he'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. So yeah, it's gonna be a little chasing going on back and forth. So I'll keep an eye on it. If they, if it gets too bad, then I like to kind of go in, and that's why I wait until I'm off before I release my new roosters out, because I can kind of keep an eye on everything. It hasn't gotten bad yet, but it can get bad with roosters. But like I said, usually if there are no hens, there are no fights. That's cool to know. I was wondering how that would work. Yeah, as long as there aren't any hens that they have access to, any hens to fight over. Women, we cause all the problems. As long as the men aren't fighting over hens, then they don't fight. So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up, and he used to be at the bottom of the pecking order. So that's why I say you're gonna see a couple of fights, a couple of run around chasing each other. They're just showing him, you're at the bottom of the pecking order. So let me go get some more hay, put some more hay in there, and try to catch another one of my roosters. I think I have 3 that I need to catch and get out of there. Y'all have been in pain. I know it's been you, Solomon. I know it's been you. I don't know if it's gonna be as easy with this one. So here's another one that was supposed to be an Americana. As you can see, he has a lot of features, especially that comb that he has there. Dead giveaway, not Americana. Can you tell your animals love you? That hang close to you. You know what? I used to fool myself and make myself think that it was love. I'm their source of food. So, hold on, I gotta turn them upside down for a second. All right. I might have to get some food and take my hat off. Okay. You're fine. I used to, say, my animals are around me. They love me. Look how they hang out around me. No. I'm their source of food. They're begging. They're begging, but they do tend to get jealous. They do tend to get jealous. But again, that's one thing that I do love about my mixed breeds, my Easter eggers and my Americanas, because they are really, really calm. As you can see, this is the second rooster that I've caught, and he's been extremely oh, it's fine. Extremely calm. So I'm gonna let him loose. Same thing. Probably gonna get chased around. I don't know where the other one was chased to. Usually they found a spot under my born shed over here. That's usually where all the new roosters go until, the other roosters get used to them. But gonna kind of let him do his thing. And as you can see, Fred's coming down to inspect to see what's going on with the new rooster. So I let him work it out unless it gets too bad. I'm a walking vending machine, yes. And then it was so bad when I was training my geese. Everyone's trained, when I don't want to say it because they're gonna start coming from everywhere. Everyone's trained when I say COME, and when I say it in a certain way. they're trained to come. And how I did that was when everyone was really young, I would let them out and I would say COME. I would say that, and I would give them food so they would eat right out of my hands. So with me training them that way, they're just kind of used to when they see me coming or when I'm around, they want something out. They expect me to have something in my hand. So I do think that, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just sitting on the ground. That's a good question. I don't know if I call it love with my animals. I just call it expectation. And sometimes I look at how my animals, they don't worry about anything. And when I started having birds, even before I had the homestead, when I had Casper, and I'll take you guys in the boring shed to see Casper before I get off the live, because a lot of people do ask about Casper. When I first got Casper, the scripture in the Bible about you know, look at the birds, how they toil and they fly and they do everything that they do, and they don't worry for anything. They don't worry about tomorrow. They don't worry about where their food is gonna, I'm paraphrasing, of course, they don't worry about where their food is gonna come from. And that made me just think, like, man, the things that I stress out about sometimes, you know, God has a handle. I just need to, you know, be in expectations like my animals. Like, I don't want to, because they're rude. Their expectation is rude. They're like, give me my food. You know, I don't want to go to God like that, give me my food. But it's just like, yeah, you kind of look at it like, man, they don't worry about anything. It's like they know that, you know, they're going to be taken care of. And that I believe that's how, you know, God wants us to be, to trust him on that level where, you know, my mom would be terrified with 3 turkeys puffed up around her, and they're dirty because, well, we have a dilemma. When we first moved out here, the land was completely undeveloped, so we didn't know that it was clay and everything. So I mean, there were trees as tall as, man, big trees. So we had to have those knocked down. That's when we discovered that if we follow the Lord, you'll be walking. Exactly. But it's like, we didn't know it was clay. So we cleared it less than a year ago. I can't even, I guess it has been a year. Yeah, it has been a year. So we cleared it, and that's when we found out it was clay. So when we had our house put here, water was like rushing against the house and everything. So we had to have them come back out again and create like a different flow. So that grass has started growing out here, and we actually had a garden on that side of the property as well. But then when they came and they tilled up again, and they just completely took these tractors and dug up and made this like trench to where the water flows out behind around the house, behind the house, and back towards where the stream and one of the ponds are. So what we need to do now is we need to get grass. We don't want to put seeds out because they're just going to eat the seeds. If we get pallets of sod, they're just going to eat it before it gets to root. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the spring and the summer and see what comes back, to see what comes back on its own. So yeah, that's where we are now. So it's nothing but just clay and just dirt here right now. And as you can imagine, my gray floors take a pounding. But we're just gonna wait for the spring and the summer to see what all grass comes back, and then try to fill in the blanks, the spots that don't fill in automatically, because it was completely green out here besides where the garden was this summer. So I know, oh, that's a beautiful bird. So I know that God, that's a beautiful bird. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to kind of pay attention. But let me get back to my job, because I have one more rooster I have one more rooster to catch, and I have 4 more runs to put straw in. So yeah, it's a lot of work homesteading. It's a lot of work, but it's absolutely worth it. Like, even with my health, things that I experienced in my health, I can see it getting a lot better since I've been, you know, out here. And I think it's not only with me just being physical all the time and running with Ginger and, you know, walking the trails and everything. I think it has a lot to do with just being out here in fresh air and sunshine, being away from the pollution and the exhaust and everything from the city. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. And when you're out in nature and you see just God's raw creations, it makes you happy. And me, I'm an animal person. I'm really not much of a people. That's why I don't go live often. You know, I'm socially awkward, if you can't tell. I don't go live often because I ramble and I can't focus, and I'm better when I'm doing my work, just being quiet and just enjoying what I'm doing. It brings me joy. I don't like cats. I am an animal person. I love animals, but I don't like cats, believe it or not. Cats are creepy to me. They're so creepy. But when I saw a rat run across the road, and when I tell you, the rat was probably maybe a little bit smaller than Liliana here. I've never, and I told my dad about, well, my dad was actually coming down and he saw it. And I was like, man, this huge rat. He was like, yeah, I saw it. And he was fine with it. And I was like, rats are not supposed to be that big. Rats are not supposed to be that big. And my dad was like, oh, that was a wasp rat. What do you mean that was a wasp rat? He said it so calm, like, hey, we see those every day. Rats are not supposed to be that size. Rats are not supposed to be the size of little puppies. They aren't. That's not normal. I don't care what anyone says. Those rats were genetically modified. They were huge. So when I saw that one rat, and then I started seeing mice around my chicken coop. I started seeing mice around my chicken coops, and I started researching that they can bring in fleas and lice, and they can actually cause diseases and everything. And I'm like, I need to do something about the rats. So that's when my dad's cat ended up getting pregnant. Checkers ended up getting pregnant. And after Checkers got pregnant, of course, he wanted to do something with the kittens, because the kittens, Checkers got into the trash one day. And we don't have sanitation out here, so we have to actually haul our trash off to the closest recycling place. So one of the roosters is under my barn shed. I told you that's where they all usually go, up under that barn shed there. Ginger doesn't like it, so that's why she's barking. Ginge, Ginge, Ginge. Ginge. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. It's okay. She's freaking out right now. Ginger, if you know, Ginger was adopted. And the reason that those of you that are new here, the reason that her previous owner couldn't keep her is because Ginger is, what now? Ginger's, I think, 90 pounds now. At the time, she was, I think, about 85 pounds. It's because the owner was 72. Well, go back. Ginger is a COVID baby. During lockdown, a person in New York thought it would be fun to pay all this money, thousands of dollars for a working line German Shepherd, a working line now, not even a show line, or not even a pet line, or whatever you call them, a show line German Shepherd, and had her in this little bitty studio apartment in New York. She will only go outside to use the bathroom. And if you know anything about German Shepherds have to be socialized. They have to be socialized. Ginger never saw people, never saw other animals, never got to run, never got to play. So, of course, she became unable to be handled. So, the person could no longer keep Ginger, brought her down to Atlanta to her 72-year-old cousin. Ginger, she used to be very reactive. She has it a little bit a lot more under control now. I'm talking. She has it a lot more under control now. If I talk lower, then they'll calm down. When I get excited, when she saw another dog, she was out. Her previous owner was walking her, the lady in Atlanta. Don't knock over my tripod, please. Big turkey. And Ginger saw another dog. She wasn't used to seeing dogs. And she ran. And when she ran, she pulled the 73-year-old woman down. And the lady actually had to have brain surgery because it caused a brain bleed. It caused a brain bleed. So she can no longer keep Ginger. She can no longer keep her. Ginger was rough. I didn't think that I was going to be able to keep Ginger. One day she snapped at me. And it wasn't out of, because Ginger's not a mean dog. She's big and she's scary, but she's not a mean dog. Ginger had to learn how to express herself. She didn't know how to. Are you serious? There's no food in my hand. There's no food here. There's no food here. So Ginger had to learn how to express herself. She had to learn how to, when she saw something that she wanted, not to just act out and everything. She had to really learn, how to express herself. And she still deals with that sometimes. When things, Ginger is a routine dog. If anything deviates from her routine, I hope you guys can still hear me. If anything deviates from her routine, Ginger freaks out. I understand what's going on with her. She understands what's going on with her. But to someone on the outside, it looks very, very scary. It looks very, very scary to them. It's like now she's used to all the other routines they got. But these new routines are out, and she's like, this is not supposed to be this way. She's very, I don't want to say obsessive compulsive, but that's the only thing, baby, it's okay. Jen. Let me try to calm it. Like I said, if anything from her routine deviates, she has a problem with it. And I understand that. I know that. And I try to keep her on as strict a schedule and routine as possible. But she also has to learn things change sometimes. I don't have any food. And I know it looks like she's biting me, but she's actually not biting me. She's actually not biting me. And if you can tell, geese have teeth. So if she was biting me, I wouldn't be able to just let her keep doing this. She's not biting me. So let me get back to what I was doing. And one more that I need Good girl, Jen. Keep getting these runs mixed up. All right, where's the other rooster? Where's the other big guy? I'm not 100% you're a rooster, so I might leave you in here a couple more weeks. I'm not 100% sure. I'll watch your temperament and see how you do. I don't want to make you be wrong and stay and have a fight if you're not a rooster. big stuff around Homestead. But he's not an animal, so when it comes to feeding, it's gonna be on me. Unless like I'm sick or something, I know he'll pitch in then. But the big stuff, that's why I held off on getting goats. Goats this year. That I wasn't gonna do like I did with the chickens. I kind of my chickens. I kind of like they are a very chaotic crew. They are extremely chaotic. Total of 16 turkeys, 10 guineas, 7 rolling ducks, 4 geese. Still seems like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, the 9 pigs are up there. More of my dad, he does more with the pigs than I do. But he's getting older. My dad will be 64 this year in March. So I'm gonna start taking over more, being more hands-on with the pigs, so that he can, really rest and enjoy his retirement. Definitely going to do more with the pigs, so you'll be seeing the pigs a lot more. I mean, they're right there, but he just does more with them than I do. I'm more of I do more with the birds than he does, and he does more with the pigs than I do. I'm better with animals with feathers, and he's better with the 4-legged creatures. So, why Homestead? I'm gonna do a short on this later. People Homestead for different reasons. No reason. I really started looking at the foods that we eat, the illnesses that we have, and a lot of those illnesses that we have nowadays, they were completely unheard of. Even they were completely unheard of back in the day. And we've gotten to where, as a people, as a human race, we have gotten so lazy, and everything has become so easy. See you later. Everything has gotten so easy that we kind of sacrifice our health. Just thinking about me is, let's see, my phone is about to die. But I got up to 310 pounds. I ate a lot of fast food. I had a lot of hormonal things going on with me as well. But I contributed to some of that weight as well because of the way that I ate. Even before having gastric bypass, I started eating healthy. I started feeling better. Like I was 300 pounds and I could run like nobody's business. I noticed that when I started eating different, started eating better, I felt so much better. I felt so much better. And then I started growing my own food. I felt even better. And so I started thinking, like, if I'm making little bitty small changes just by growing my own tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce and things like that, and I feel this good, how good would I feel if I actually like have, because I eat eggs all the time. I probably eat maybe 6 to 8 eggs a day because I have to have a lot of protein. How much better would I feel if I fed my own chickens and had my own eggs? At the time, she doesn't want Angel on me. It's okay, Ginge. It's all right. It's all right. Good girl. It's okay. It's okay. And then she jumps right back up here to act like Ginger. Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, at the time I was eating meat. And I was like, I was eating chicken and fish. I was like, man, how much better would I feel if I raised my own chickens and actually, ate my own chickens that I raised, if this is from vegetables, like what if? So I got chickens, but then I stopped eating chicken. I stopped eating meat for the most part. I eat fish every now and then, but I stopped eating meat. But even with this, me having my own eggs, growing my own food, I don't want to get out here. I'd rather go to Kroger. We don't have Kroger. We don't even have a grocery store here, but you know what I mean. It's, we know. But I would rather go to the grocery store and get the stuff. Instead of being out here in the mud, catching roosters and I would definitely rather. I don't have any issues with hogs. I don't know if you can hear me. But yeah, I don't have any issues with hogs. Ginger, it's just a cat. It's okay. Ginge, mama, it's okay. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Yeah, Uncle Drew, I don't have problems with hawk now. There was a hawk that swooped down one time, and I guess he told his buddies not to come down here because I was sitting in my Jeep, and it swooped like right in front of my Jeep and went after one of my roosters, and the geese were on it. When I tell you the geese were on that hawk, he didn't stay down much longer. Ashley, okay. Uncle Drew's nephew, Ashley. Okay, Ashley, this is my son's account. I took over. Okay, good job. Welcome. But no, as of right now, I don't have any problems with hawks now. We have red-tailed hawks. We have the brown hawks, the really, really pretty brown hawks. God, what do you call them? The really, really pretty brown hawks. Can't remember. God. Oh, have you heard your young rooster crow yet? Let me tell you, that is the funniest thing when they're trying to figure out how to crow. Oh my God. When the roosters are trying to figure out how to crow, that is hilarious. I'm like, it sounds like they're dying. But I've enjoyed this live. My phone is about to die. I don't want to just cut off. You haven't heard him? Oh, listen for it. Wait until you hear him. It is like, I know. I'm like, what is that? And I kept hearing it. I'm like, what in the world is that? I know. Angel, I know. And I figured out, I actually saw him. He had his neck stretched out, and he was actually supposed to be a hen. That's how I figured out he wasn't a hen. But I don't want the phone to cut off on you guys. I'll probably come back later after I've showered and I'm in the house and just chit chat with you guys because I need to get in the habit of going live a lot more. I have an extra phone, and someone said to just let the phone kind of run and just let people see, because I can tell you about the antics that go on in my yard, but until you see my animals and their shenanigans, you would not believe it. Right now they're pretty calm today, but thank you guys. I will thank you for the encouragement. Ashley, I I got to get my nerve up, and I got to get over my social anxiety and awkwardness and everything. Even though it's just like 2 3 people here, I'm still like so nervous. But I do better when I let the camera run and I'm just doing my work, and I just forget that it's going. So I probably do that a lot more. But when I'm actually looking and I'm trying to reply and everything, and include everyone in what I'm doing, it's a little, it makes me nervous, but I know I got to get out of that, because that's where it seems like everything is going, and I can get more information, I can ask more questions. I have some things that Dora, I really appreciate you for the encouragement, Dora, and you staying the whole time. You guys make sure you go and subscribe to Growing Out of the Box. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's an amazing gardener. I mean, his knowledge is like, he's like a walking farmer's almanac. Crazy. But I'm gonna get off, finish what I'm doing. I'm going to put the link to his channel in the description box. It's not sponsored, it's just excellent content, and he does a lot of shorts, so he gives you the information you need in 60 seconds. And it's not to where he's not, a lot of gardeners I found, some of them is like, I know more than you, and duh, you should know this, but he's not like that. He brings it down on your level. He responds to every single comment. So make sure you guys go and check him out. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the live, make sure you like it. If you want to donate, you want to help feed the animals, Cash App, Super Chat, Bird Lady Speaks. Cash App is like Bird Lady Speaks. I think that's what it is. If you want to help out, you don't have to, because, you don't have to. But sometimes people do make comments like they want to help out. If you do, I'll be more than happy to buy a bag of feed with your donation. But I appreciate you guys for, I don't even feel right saying that, like Cash App and stuff. I hate that. I don't even feel right. Scratch that. They don't need feed. They fine. We're fine. We don't need anything. I do not feel right saying that, but I got to get in the habit of saying it, because people are like, we get paid for your time, but I don't feel right saying that. This is something I love doing, and I'm just sharing with you guys what I love to do. Yeah, that got awkward. I do not like Cash App, Super Chat. I know I should say those things, but I don't feel right. I just don't. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. And okay, almost 45 minutes. So that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. So I'll try to do more, and I'll try to keep them short, all under an hour. Thank you so much for the encouragement, Ashley. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I think Dora has been here the whole time, encouraging the whole time. So thank you for the engagement. This makes me feel a lot better about coming on, and just, it makes me feel a lot better. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I know I keep saying that because I really don't want to go with my phone is about to die. So thank you so much, guys. I'll try to come back later on the inside and just have like a sit down, because I do want to talk about some things that people are unaware of in small towns. It's like a different world here. I love it, but it's very old-fashioned. But I like going to talk to some, I want, and let me know if, before my phone cuts off, let me know if you guys would be interested in this. The people who live around here, they've lived here for years. Like the property that I live on now, that we have now, my dad so graciously, God bless us with. And my dad, you want to see the fish? Okay, when I go live in my office, which has the fish in there. But my dad, God bless my dad, my grandmother, to be able to recover a large portion of the land that belonged to our family. Would you guys be interested in me doing like a series, just talking to different elders who live out here? Not necessarily out here, but who live in the surrounding towns. Because when I tell you guys the knowledge that they have, oh my God, they are a wealth of knowledge. Like no book can teach you what life has taught them. And it's homesteaders. A lot of things that I learned about even being able to grow in clay. you know, I'm like, man, we got clay out here. I can't grow. But it's like girl, you gotta do it. Da, 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 you know. And I was like, man, this is so. And she was right. Like everything I wanted to grow last year, I grew it in clay. And I thought, and I had always been told for years, you can't grow in clay. But they knew how to do it because, and man, the history out here is sad, but it's real. You know, where I live, it's still segregated where I live, but animals and plants and homesteading has brought people together, Like the churches don't, the churches aren't integrated here. School functions aren't integrated here. Well, not really here because I don't live in a town. I live in a county actually. But the surrounding towns, they're very much segregated. But when you get to talk about chickens and animals and collards and broccoli and growing, and they found out you got a farm, all that racial divide is gone. It's just gone. It does not matter what color you are. We have a good time. And that's something that I thank God for because people don't mix here. They don't. It's a guy he owns a property next to ours. And he was a Klans member. But he's fine with our family. He has no problems with our family. No problem with our family. No. So it's a lot of history here. It's a lot of bloodshed here. But when it comes to farming, all we see is green plants and God's red clay. That's all we see out here. So hearing, because I asked questions. I'm not used to, because it was a church I wanted to go to. And it was like, you can't go to that church. I'm like, why? It was like, it's a white people church. And I'm like, okay, what that's supposed to mean? It was like, we don't go to the same churches. I'm like, what? This is new to me. Like you're telling me we got all this love in our heart. We supposed to be praising the Lord and we got to worship separately? That's just how it is here. But when it comes to homesteading, all that is thrown out the window. And I really believe there's going to be a day that people are going to praise the Lord together, around here. I really do. It's just an old-fashioned town. It's not a lot of young people here. It's mostly older people. And you can't fault people for what they know. Like, they've never known black people and white people going to church together. They've never known that. They've never seen it. Maybe on TV, but it's foreign to them. But like I said, when it comes to farming, I can go to that guy's house. I can go to that Klans member's house. And I can say, hey, I grew some potatoes and this is what child, let me tell you what you need to do. Well, he doesn't say child, he said girl. He said, girl, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to add some rocks, potash, add some potash. And he just went down and told me what to do. And I didn't have those problems with my potatoes anymore. So I really would like to get some of them, like not even on camera, because I know they probably wouldn't be willing to, but just recording them so you can hear their stories and their history, and you understand why things are the way they are. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hold on a minute.